Hello, what's up everybody? I'm going to be doing a tutorial on a basic 555 timer with an LED light on it that is going to be flashing. I'm using the program iCircuit that you can find and download in the Windows store. I'm running it on a Surface Pro 3. This circuit is a very easy one, and it's not that difficult to learn. I learned it in probably 20 minutes of fiddling around with this program. I've noticed that there's not a lot of tutorial videos out there for this particular program on the Surface. It's mostly on the iPad, so I figured I'd do a video today. So what you're going to need is the UI is very friendly to use. First off, we're going to need a battery. We're going to need 2 resistors, a capacitor. We're going to need a switch, an LED light, and a 555 timer. And I'm going to throw this together really quickly. So this is how I usually lay out a circuit. I put the components in the correct places that I want them to be, and then I wire it up, as you can see in a moment. Now, the only set values, aside from default, when you pull out the components, for this particular circuit it needs to be at 3 volts for the battery, and for the capacitor it needs to be at 100 UF. The resistors are fine at 1K. Now here's where it gets a little bit complicated, wiring it up. Obviously we want the battery to go through the switch. Switch is then going to go to VC, and VC is going to attach to R, and then R is going to attach to resistor 1. Resistor 2 is then going to attach to discharge, and resistor 1 is going to attach to resistor 2. Resistor 1 is then going to be attached to threshold. Threshold is then going to be attached to trigger, and then trigger is going to be attached to the capacitor here. I have to move the capacitor over just a bit. And now I can't control where the wire goes. It just goes wherever. You can see here it will break here. That doesn't matter, it's still connected underneath. It's sort of like a bridge. In a circuit, when you're actually drawing it on paper, you would make a loop over the other wire, but in this program it just goes straight over top of it. Okay, so now we want the capacitor to attach to this part of the light. Now notice that the current is going to be going where the arrow is pointing, not the other way. And this wire is also going to be attached to the other end of the battery. Now control is left unchecked. There is nothing that gets to go into control at all. And but see, this basic circuit right here is what's programming the chip. So you're not going to see a current going through here. It's only going to be coming out here and through here and into VC. So now we need to get another wire, and we're going to attach it to the out. And the moment of truth is when we turn the switch to open. Yeah, see, now these are flashing. It's not going to show it going through the circuit right here. Now, if we took this wire and we deleted it, you'd see that the circuit is now completing itself without going through the LED light, but it is still flashing, and that's what we want to see when we're beginning off on this circuit. Now, granted, you won't be able to see this unless you actually have a light attached to it or a meter that you're using. Trying to build this on a breadboard is a lot easier than trying to build it in this program. But yeah, so this ends my tutorial on just a basic LED flashing circuit in the program iCircuit on the Surface Pro 3. Thanks for watching, and like and subscribe.